morning everyone, welcome back to a new vlog. So, it's a bit weird because today I would usually be starting my weekly vlog, but I've actually decided that I'm going to do just a vlog of today because if you didn't know, I'm actually starting college for the first time today. I'm in the UK, college is also a little bit different. I'm 16, I'll be there for 2 years, so it's like the last 2 years of high school. So just to clear that up. Yes, so this will still be a weekly vlog, but it'll just start as of tomorrow. And that'll go up on Sunday as usual. I'm hoping to have this vlog out on Thursday. So yeah, there's going to be lots of content this week. I think there's going to be 3 videos going up this week, so I'm spoiling you really. Yes, so today is my first day of college. I'm going to a college a little bit further away from me because I didn't want to know anyone where I was going, and also because the college where I live is really crap, so I wasn't going there. Also, it looks like a prison. So yes, we have to travel to get there. It's currently 20 to 7, we're leaving at 7. I'm going to be studying photography because that's what I really love, it's really what I want to do, and I aced my GCSE. Not going to brag or anything, but yeah. I'll leave a link to my photography Instagram down below. It's at the Photography Dragon, so you can go check that out if you're interested in my photography. So yeah, I'm going to college for the first time today to study photography. Also, if you didn't know, I'm autistic and I also suffer with depression and anxiety. So I've got quite a lot on my plate, and I also haven't really been in full-time education for the last year and a half. I was signed off at the end of year 10 when I was 15, because I just couldn't handle school anymore. And then I was on a reduced timetable all throughout year 11, so I just went in for the few classes I was taking and then I came home. So I haven't really been in full-time education since like the early years of secondary school really, or what I think other people call middle school. So it's scary going into full-time education again because it's gonna be very full-on. Obviously I'm going somewhere else, so I don't know anyone there, which is great because it's a fresh start, but it also makes it a lot more scary. So it's going to be a lot, but I have high hopes that I'm really going to enjoy it, and it's going to be a whole hell of a lot better than secondary school, which really isn't that hard because I had a terrible time at secondary school. So, you know, like, the only way is up really. But yes, so that's the situation. It's Monday, it's the 16th of September if you were interested, and I'm going to college for the first time. So I am going to bring you with me, I'm going to vlog as much as I can. Obviously I won't be able to film the actual lessons or anything. I don't expect there to be much actual lessons though. A lot of it will probably just be like icebreakers and another tour of the college and stuff, so yeah. But I will film in between. I doubt I'll be able to find somewhere to talk to you while I'm there, but I will film as much as I can, and then I'll tell you all about it when I get home. The reason I decided to make this a separate vlog as well to the weekly vlog is because, you know, this channel was, I sort of started it, the weekly vlogs, all because I wanted to show, you know, what life is like for me as someone with autism and also with mental health issues, but mainly autism, because, you know, a lot of people view us as incapable, stupid, and, you know, all of the other horrible stereotypes, and I'm not that at all. Most of us aren't. So, you know, I am capable, but I just need a little extra help sometimes. Or not even help, just a little extra consideration. You know, don't be an asshole. It's not that difficult. But yeah, so I wanted to show sort of my journey and how I tackle the world as someone with autism in a world that isn't made for me. So I really wanted to focus in and show the first day of college because it's a really big deal for me, and I wanted to show sort of how I deal with it and how it goes and everything. So I hope you enjoy the video. Cue the B-roll and I will see you when I get home. so tired. So, evidently, I'm back from college now. It's 7:30, so it's like fairly late. Obviously you saw the B-roll. Like, I couldn't film loads while I was at college because obviously, like, it is a college, so like I'm not allowed to film lessons or anything. So I couldn't film most of the day. I did film some little in-between bits. I went to Starbucks twice actually. I'll tell you a little bit more about that in a minute. Yeah, so I filmed as much as I could, but you know, this is going to be sort of like a recurring theme in the weekly vlogs. I just can't film that much of college. But I can tell you about it. So, as expected for the first day, like, not that much happened because obviously it was all just like getting logged on for the first time, giving out like student emails and giving another tour. Honestly, that was like the 6th tour I've had, which is like I know where the canteen is, you know? You don't need to tell me again. But yeah, I was a bit sick of the tour, but you know. So like not much actual like teaching happened today, but you know, we got there, we all like split into our separate groups because obviously like there's not just photography in the block I'm in, it's also like art and design, graphics, music, animation, fashion, makeup. There's a load of other things. So there's quite a lot going on, so we all like separated. And then we just had the photography students. I think there's 16 of us in total, which is like it's a reasonable size class, but it's also not, like, it's not huge, you know, but it's also not small. So yeah, most of the morning was just spent going through like health and safety things, like, you know, if there's a fire, leave the building, here are the doors, and you know, maybe like don't do anything illegal while on campus, and you know, just the classic health and safety things. And then we went through cyber safety as well, which was just as thrilling as it sounds. We got our like student logins, we logged onto the computers, not very successfully because as per usual with school computers they didn't work. So you know, it's like some people could log onto the computer, some people couldn't, and then you know, if you managed to log onto the computer then some people could log into the portal and some couldn't. Some people could access their email, some couldn't. Some people could log into Adobe, some couldn't. And it was just a whole mess of things. So I could log onto the computer and the portal, but apparently email is blocked for me apparently because it's inappropriate. So clearly something's gone wrong with their filters there. And also I'm not allowed to make an Adobe account apparently, because it was just like, yeah, because everyone else, they opened up Creative Cloud and it told them to make an account, and mine was just like, you've logged in, and the only button was log out, and I'm like, I'm logged into what? Like, what am I logging out of here? So that like didn't go that well. But you know, as with all IT, I hadn't expected any better, let's just put it that way. Yeah, and then there were break times. I hung out in the library for like half an hour break. I went to Starbucks at lunch, obviously. I did run into a few issues with my music though, because I got a new phone like last week. So I now have an iPhone 8. I have it here. I'm actually using it to film on, so I don't know if you can see, but like, I'm in there. Yeah, I don't know if it's focusing because obviously this is how I see. But yeah, so it obviously doesn't have the headphone hole anymore. So I have to have an adapter, and then the headphones I use are like not compatible with Apple, which we didn't realise until this afternoon. So I couldn't listen to music, was a little bit annoying. But you know, I lived. Yeah, so the morning was like, it wasn't hugely interesting because a lot of it was just waiting around for like computers to work and stuff, and we were given a lot of information and also not a lot of explanation. So it's like they kept throwing things around like, oh yeah, we've got a trip soon, but we're not going to tell you how soon or where, like how much it's going to cost or where we're going really, or what we're doing or when that's happening or anything. And oh yeah, these people are all really important in the college, but you're not going to meet them yet until like next week, and we haven't even got a timetable yet. So like we have the basic timetable that just says like a block you're doing main program here and block maths and English here. I'm not doing maths and English, by the way. You only take maths and English if you failed your maths and English GCSE, which is a little bit complicated if you don't live in the UK, but If you really care, Google it. The point is I'm not taking it, so that is irrelevant really. So yeah, but we haven't got like a more detailed timetables yet, which is really annoying because we were told we were getting them on the first day, and then we didn't, which is incredibly annoying because, well, A, I don't know what I'm doing because I haven't got a timetable, but B, I really can't stand not knowing what we're doing. Like, I need to know the plan, and people need to stick to the goddamn plan, which is part of my autism, and something that no one seems to be able to grasp. I mean, obviously I understand that, like, shit happens, you know, like, sometimes, you know, there'll be, like, a car accident, or, like, someone will die, or, you know, like, these are circumstances you can't help, and they're not your fault. However, if it's just, oh, I didn't feel like it, or oh, I forgot, that's not good enough, I'm sorry. Yeah, I can't stand it when people change the plan. So, you know, unless you're like literally dying, don't change the plan. Yeah, so the morning was a lot because we were given a lot of information with no explanation. But hopefully all of those questions will be answered over the next week or so. You know, we can't do it, like, I expected them to be disorganised, really. I did kind of expect this, which is why it hasn't hit me as hard as it would usually. Because usually if I'm just throwing information at me with no further explanation and, you know, randomly and in high volumes like that, because we were given a lot of information, then it would be meltdown. However, I've been in the education system for like 14 years now, and I know that they're useless. So I really didn't expect anything less. This is exactly what I was expecting. In fact, I was expecting worse. So they've actually done better. You know, they've exceeded the expectations. You know, that being said, the expectations were like rock bottom. You know, if possible, they were below that really. You know, they've like not done that bad. So yes, in the afternoon, we then sort of actually just moved straight onto the coursework, which was a bit weird, but especially considering like half our computers still weren't working, and you know, they'd just given us all this information and then, you know, mentioned things just like as a passing comment and then not explain them. And then they were just like, yeah, here's the work, we're doing this now. It's due in like 2 weeks or whatever. And it's for some like charity thing. I don't really know, because again, they didn't really explain it. But basically we have to like take photos of the alphabet. If you've ever done photography at all, you'll know exactly what I mean. But basically you find the alphabet in things around the world. So like tree branches to make an A, or buildings make Zs or whatever. I actually did this for my GCSE and I hated it because I think I made like 4 total alphabets by the end of that little project, and I never wanted to hear the alphabet sung ever again. Because bear in mind, when you're trying to like remember which letters you've got and which you haven't, like I don't think anyone can just know which letters come after each other. You have to sing the whole song, right? And so the amount of times I sang the alphabet to myself was ridiculous. I wanted to bang my head against the table. And here I am doing it again. So that's like not that great, but on the other hand, I have an advantage over everyone else because I know exactly where to look, what I'm looking for, and how to cheat when you can't find the obvious letters like Q, J and G are like the 3 hardest. Especially Q. Q is really hard. But yeah, so basically we're then just gonna like add the photos to like wooden squares, and then they're gonna be sold at this charity event. That's all I really got. I didn't really understand all, you know, like I understood the instruction, go take photos of the alphabet, and I was like, okay, I can do that, that's enough for me. You know, there was so much information, I was like, you know what, I'm not even going to question it. Take photos of the alphabet, that was a clear instruction, so I'm going to do just that. So that's exactly what I did. I found like half the alphabet, which is pretty decent, especially considering we were only given like 40 minutes and, you know, a very small area to do it in, because we weren't allowed to like wander too far. So, you know, I think I did pretty well. I couldn't edit photos like everyone else could because Adobe wouldn't let me log in, but that's fine because I have Photoshop at home, and so that's whatever. So yeah, I just kind of sat around for the last hour. In total, I think I did enjoy it. It was just a lot of information, and I'm sure as the weeks go on, I'll get used to it, I'll find a routine, and things will be explained over the next few weeks. And once I know what I'm doing, what the hell is going on, and at least some idea about when we're going on big trips and such things, then I think it'll be fine. As for how I'm going to cope over, just like in general, over a longer period of time, because as I said at the beginning of this vlog, I haven't been in full-time education for like a year and a half now, so it's really full on. I'm already feeling very drained and very tired, so like literally I got back at not quite 6 o'clock, and I've just been sitting here. I talked to my mum for a while. She made me multiple rounds of food, because I didn't eat that much while I was out, because like I'm not really a packed lunch kind of person. I always bring like little snacks, so I have like a little brownie that just comes individually wrapped. I have a Graze bar, like little sweets if I get peckish, but like I don't like to bring sandwiches and stuff because, well, A, they take up a lot of space, and I don't have the space for them, but B, like sandwiches get soggy and they get warm, and it doesn't suit me. So I went to Starbucks, which if you watched any of my other videos then you know that I love Starbucks. I'm a Starbucks girl through and through. So I actually went there twice. I went there first thing in the morning because I got there quite early, and I went there at lunch for a little while. So yeah, I hadn't eaten like loads. Also, there was a lot more walking involved than I anticipated, because you can't go out the back gates during like college hours, I guess. It's gonna take a while to get used to saying college instead of school, but yeah, so that means you have to come out the front of campus and then walk all the way around to get to Starbucks and like all the other shops, which is pretty annoying. I suppose it will counter all the hot chocolates I consume, but so yeah, I'm feeling pretty knackered. I actually had soup, toad in the hole and cookies, so I've had like good dinner, and then yeah, I've literally just been watching YouTube and hibernating. So yeah, it's like 10 to 8 now. I've been talking for quite a while. Hopefully my blabbing won't make this video too long. So I think I'm just gonna do some yoga, put some music on. I actually very quickly need to take all the photos I took today and the video off my camera, just because I really should do that tonight, otherwise I'll never do it. So I'm just gonna set that running while I do some yoga. And then I'll honestly just go to bed. So this is the end of the video. If you want to see sort of how I get on with college life in general in long term and just by week basis, then you can subscribe and check out my weekly vlogs playlist. I do them every week, obviously, because it's a weekly vlog. Hopefully I will still be able to keep up with that. I've set a lot of things in motion so that I hopefully can, because I knew that college was going to be a lot, so I've prepped for that, so hopefully we'll be able to keep up with them. Not sure how interesting they're going to be, because I can't film like 50% of my life now because I'm going to be at college, but I'll film as much as I can. If you want to follow my life or just see any of my other videos, then please subscribe, like if you enjoyed. Tell me down below, have you gone back to college? Have you started like a new uni or a new school this year? How are you feeling? Have you made any friends yet? Because I'm not sure I have. I've met a few people. I've talked to like most people in my class, but it's the first day, early days. But yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video.